The word mob is a gathering, a crowd, numbers. And which mob comes from the community. By virtue of being a mob, you have no mandate of whatsoever to handle anything which may relate to to a grievance, and you begin hearing, sentencing, and also quoting laws against the victim, and eventually doing whatever you are doing. As a mob, what happens is that they are taken up by anger, they are taken up by reaction, they are taken up by sentiment, they are taken up by excitement. You know, sometimes when people hear, who is that one? A thief, a thief, a thief, a thief, a thief. And by the way, under the law, nobody is regarded a thief until when a court of competent jurisdiction has pronounced so. But even when the police arrests you, you are regarded a suspect. In the community, because we do not have any word to mean a thief, we begin regarding those whom we suspect to have committed an offense as criminals. The law does not allow that. So what happens? Because of that excitement, because of maybe the desire for a revenge spree, because, you know, we had a study by, is it Afrobat whatever, which conducted research on that very subject and realized that some of the reasons people were advancing, one of them was the lack of emotional control by the community. Yes, ignorance of the legal procedures, and generally, you know, expression of confidence, of no confidence in some of the justice key players, like the police, because they claim that when they take when they take suspect to police, police releases. Simply, this is so because they don't know what takes place at police. You know, when you take a person to the police, police has no mandate, has no authority to judge this person as a thief. No way. Our work is to compile evidence, take it to DPP's office. Upon perusal, they sanction that file. They tell the police, direct the police to take the suspect to court. And when taken to court, still the very suspect can be given what we call a court bail. And while at court and is given a court bail, he still remains innocent, still proven guilty. And not still proven guilty by anybody, but by a court of competent jurisdiction. So I want to call upon Ugandans, whatever reason you may advance while carrying out acts of mob action, can never amount or can never be equated to justice. Because justice per se means and connotes just and fairness. Has there been fair hearing? Has there been fair listening? Has there been an opportunity for the person whom you have suspected to be a criminal to express himself and be told and be given a chance to say, okay, you have committed this. What were the factors that did A, B, C, D, or that led you to do this? So because of lack of that fairness, a mob does not have that kind of authority. And after all, it is not your mandate. It is the mandate of courts of law. So I want to inform the general public and those who are listening on this program, no amount of power, no amount of anger, nor desire should you be able to take your friend's life, that because you think that is the way you should be able to sentence him or her. Even then, you see what is very shocking, that for even those who claim to be a mob and have carried out what sometimes you connote to be mob justice, after they have done it, they run away. Now, if you know that you are strong and what you have been doing is legally binding, why don't you stand and therefore be able to confront authority and therefore be able to face police? But because you know in the bottom of your heart that it is an act which is condemned, you desire to run away. But like you value life, please value life of others. You know, fundamentally, we have so many rights, especially in Article 28. Whereas it is assumed that all rights are equal. But out of those, there is the supreme right, and that is the right to life. I need to call upon Ugandans to value this supreme right, the right to life, because it is the springboard of all rights. Without life, you cannot walk. Without life, you cannot talk. Without right, you cannot own property, you cannot work. So that's why the right to life is supreme among all other rights. So who are you to deny other people that right?